Okay. What's up? Yeah, I'm stoked, man. It's gonna be fun. So do I minimize this or like right on, man? Well, so all right. So do I go back to Stoke meter? Oh, right on. All right. Cool, man. Sounds good. All right, dude. I'll see you on there. All right, later. Whoop whoop. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hmm. How do you speak? I can't hear anyone. I don't know what to do. Hey, it's I keep trying to type and it says like what does it say? Oh, okay, that's better. Okay, all right, that's better. That's my sis. All right, cool. Thanks a lot, man. What up, sis? I miss you. I'll see you tomorrow. Coming home. Drink the yellow. It'll change your life. I ride the Conspiracy, the new Aaron Rathy Pro model, and I love it, man. It's like the bigger one, the 56, and it's got a good snap off the wake and releases quick and it's sick. Do I skate or strap more? Lately I've been back to straps, like back to basics. But usually when I go over and ride with Scott, I wake skate with him and George, and it just kind of depends on like a weekly basis. Like if I'm with people who wakeboard, I'll strap in, and I mean I just like flying around, man. Like the skate's super challenging, but wakeboarding is just what I've always done growing up, and it's good to get back to your roots and do that. How many of those monsters do you drink? These are not monsters, or this is a big, but it's big. This is not a monster, but um, I'd probably drink like three of these a day. It's delicious. Um, um, who's baby girl? How does it feel to be the sexiest bartender at the other bar? Wow, man, that's pretty huge. I love it. Um, the people that I work for are really cool. Kevin and Ryan, bar's really been taking off, and a lot of wakeboard people come in there. So I just get to hang out with my friends and party down with them. It's fun. I am from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and that is in the panhandle of Florida near Destin's where all the oil is hanging out at right now, which kind of sucks. But Ross, why aren't you at the competition? That's a good question, Langston. I kind of took a little time off, been working, and I'm getting back into the swing of things this year. I'm gonna do the toe jam stuff, and kind of compete mostly on the wake skate scene this year. What pro model boat do I prefer? I gotta say, hands down, the Byerly 210 Icon Edition. I ride with Scott, pretty frequently, and it's just got the best wake, handles the best, It's just overall the best boat on the market for sure. Is that a goatee? No, it's actually kind of grows in all white, trashy like that, just like Joe Dirt. See, there's hair on the other side too. What is it like riding for the legend, man? It's definitely a dream come true. Scott's one of the coolest, nicest guys I've ever met, and it is like a dream come true. And he's always looked out for me and helped me get to where I am, and always supported me riding. And it's traveling him with him for the last 2 summers in the RV was a great opportunity. We got to meet a lot of people. We got to know each other really well, and we survived living in a bus for 3 months with each other without killing each other, and we really just got along really well. And I can't wait to do something like that again. Do I teach lessons? I don't at the moment, but it's something I was talking to Scott's wife about pretty recently. I'm gonna try to teach lessons maybe out at Windermere somewhere. So if you guys want lessons, I have a phone number and a Facebook, so find me on there, and we'll get going. You have been strapping, but are you gonna compete in the strapless comps? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really compete wakeboarding, I guess, because the kids nowadays are really, really insane. Like Harley Clifford and Aaron Rathie. Like Aaron Rathie pretty much has it locked down. So I'm gonna just do the wake skate stuff, and I mean that's what I have more fun kind of doing. But like I gotta stretch my wings and fly every once in a while on the wakeboard. How did I get hooked up with Byerly? Yes, I do work other than wakeboard. I worked for the Orlando Magic Arena, and at a bar downtown called the Other Bar. And my buddy Joey Northup he's a good friend of mine from the Panhandle. He got me hooked up with Byerly. He used to go over there and film for like volume wake skate videos, and he just somehow got it in with Scott, and I went over there with him, and I rode with him a couple times. He's like, "Hey man, that's cool. You want a board or something?" I was like, "I love a board," and they took a trip to the North Florida where Joey's from and where I'm from, and I guess he made a team, a year later. He was like, "Hey, you want to ride for me?" And I was like, "Of course, it'd be an honor. It'd be the best thing ever." So, um, let's see. Have you ever hooked up with Byerly? Have you ever? What does that mean? No, we're just friends. Strictly professional. My favorite place to ride would be, it used to be Lake Georgia where Scott's from, or where he lived, and it was a small lake near UCF where I went to college, but now he moved out to the Butler chain out in Windermere, and that's definitely one of the sickest places to ride. There's a chain of 11 lakes, and it's sick. Super rad. Is Murphy still around? I rode Byerly boards because of that guy. He is around, man. He's doing his own thing out in San Diego. Me and Murph are pretty good buddies. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he seems to be shredding. And he had a problem with his knee. He had a bad knee surgery not too long ago, and some screws and stuff were coming out of his knee. And I know he's having some problems with that. So he took a little time off. So say a little prayer for Papa Murph. Did I hear Amber Ween landed a toe side 9 today? No, that's awesome, but she's extremely talented, and I'm happy for her and the direction that she's pushing women's wakeboarding. So Amber Wing. My friend Danny Hampson, my old roommate, actually, he rides for Oakley, and he hangs out with Amber a lot. She's really cool. And what bar? It's called the Other Bar. It's like a play on words. Pro ho. Right now, there are no women riding Byerly boards. I'm sure we'd be down to audition some women to ride the boards, because we're gonna definitely need to keep building the brand and things like that. So if you're good and you want to audition, send us a video. Is volume dead? Funny you ask. I don't think it's dead. Like I said, my friend Joey Northup and Brandon Parker are responsible for making those videos. I think they're gonna try to do a little something with Fuel TV and collaborate some old footage, and hopefully in the next month or two you'll be seeing some volumes on Fuel, so that'll be sweet. I met you at the Utah Boat Show, and you were one of the coolest boarders I've ever met with steezy style. You need to get more. Man, that's really nice, Mills. Yeah, I just love to ride. I love what I do, and I'm just glad that it's paid off and people appreciate it, and I'm glad I get to finally give back because Scott and Parks and all those dudes were my idols growing up, and it's cool to be kind of give back to the sport that's really made me who I am today. So, what is next for me? I'd like to travel. The Byerly team is going on a team catalog shoot in North Carolina where our co-owner Scott Bouchard and our board shaper, he has a lake house up there. So it'll be me, Rathy, Phil, Mitch, George, and Scott, and Brett Little, I think, for 5 or 6 days just of pure shredding. So. And speaking of shredding, George Daniels has absolutely been on fire lately. Can't say enough good things about him. Way to go, George. Very proud of you. Papa D. Um, oh, nice. What, what do I think about Jimmy Watson? He's a super rad dude. It's the gnarliest wreck I've ever taken. Last year on the gnarliest wreck I've ever taken was when I was on the road with Scott and the gang out in California, the Delta, and I was wake skating and the boat was turning, and I kind of just fell on this backside 180, and somehow the rope got completely caught around my right knee, and I dragged about 100 yards behind the boat attached from my knee, and my life jacket came off, and I was very close to drowning, and I had like a really crazy indentation around my muscle that was like deep into my tissue, all the way around my leg, and I was on crutches for about 2 weeks after that, and did some acupuncture up in Canada when I was there, and I'm right as rain now. She's good as new. P-Bird, what is the coolest place you have ridden? Besides Paquito Bayou, Mom, I'd have to say Lake Mead was really cool out in Vegas. It was really sick. Like just big canyon walls and giant lake. A lot of stuff's gone down there, like the video Mayday, and just a whole different atmosphere out there. I'm just a Florida boy. I don't really see a lot of elevation, so it was very overwhelming. Felt really small, and it was really cool. Dan is the man. Who is Michael H? Is that Mike Hansen? How did I get into wakeboarding? I got into wakeboarding via water skiing. I grew up on the water in a little bayou in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and my dad always pulled me skiing when I was a kid. And one of his friends came back in the bayou one day with a wakeboard with bungee straps on it, and I immediately asked if I could try it. I was like super amped on it, and got up first try, went around, and I was like, all right, Dad, I got to have one of those. I'll work all summer, whatever. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to get a board with the boots on it, So I saved up all summer and bought a Wake Tech Flight 135, some rubber Wiley bindings, and have never looked back. It's been really fun. The Delta is sick. Am I still roommates with Danny Hampson? No, I am not. He just currently moved onto a lake where Stuart Shin is living near University Boulevard. And I still love him to death, and we're still really good friends, and I would take a bullet for old Dan any day of the week. Do any of my family members wakeboard? My sister tries to dabble a little bit. I hope she's still keeping up with it, sis. I know you're on here, so make me proud. See you in a day or two, and you better be getting on it. Should wakeboarding be more like Snowboarding, surfing. What does that mean, Proho? I don't know what that means. Dad, I'm your, no, you're my, yeah, I'm your number one fan, Dad. Are you wakeboarding full time or do you do other things to support the passion? I was actually shocked to find out there's so many pros that do other jobs. Um, you know, in order to kind of keep it fun, I feel like it's really healthy to have like other passions, other interests. Like just with wakeboarding, like wake skating makes wakeboarding fun, and wakeboarding makes wake skating fun because they're like each equally challenging. And I skateboard and a little bit with Scott. We go to the Van Skate Park to kind of keep our balance in check, and I surf when I can. So just staying active and switching around board sports, I feel keeps it fresh, and it's always fun. Would I say that your family was pretty supportive of your decision to wakeboard? Absolutely. I wouldn't be anywhere I am today without their support over the years. I mean, they had a boat growing up, and I kind of outgrew the size of that boat, and my mom and dad made sacrifices to get me a better boat to further my career, and I couldn't have done it without their help. So, mom and dad, thanks a lot for that nautique. I owe you a big one. I'll get you back someday. Hottest female wakeboarder. Man, I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Melissa Marquette, I guess. Holla at your boy. What is your typical training routine? Man, fit. It's kind of sad. I don't really train that much. I mean, I ride. I feel like I should condition my body a little more than I do, but I try to swim now a lot, and kind of cross train like that. After I ride or before I ride, I'll swim a lot to kind of keep the body in check. Best skateboarding and wake skating. I don't know what that means. Um, can you rephrase your question? What's the secret to hitting rails? I always seem to slip out. The secret would be to you gotta lean forward or like kind of be over your board. The thing is like if you're slipping out, it means you have too much weight on your heels. And it is kind of a scary thing at first to kind of put all your weight and your chest over your board. You kind of feel like you're gonna like clip the rail and go, rail first and head first. But man, just stand tall, bend your knees, and put your chest, get your weight over your board, and you should be fine, man. It's really, as soon as you hit your first rail and get comfortable at it, it's like a piece of cake. Am I working on any films? Me and Scott and George have been they've been doing a lot of experimenting with the GoPros lately, and we've been trying to do. We're probably gonna put out a little couple web videos for our website soon. I know Scott and George have been logging a lot of footage lately. He's been out there a lot on the Butler chain riding every day, and so just keep looking on Facebook for additional little video clips because they're coming. What do I think about Brazilian girls? I mean, they're awesome, I would say. Their bikinis are sweet, too. That's good. Super good. Who's the best skateboarder in the Byerly crew? Aaron Raffy, like, bar none, kind of makes us look stupid. But, me and George and Scott, we'll go up to the vans and shred the spine ramp up there, and we just kind of learn from each other. We try to push each other in everything we do, pretty much in skateboarding too. So I'm gonna go with Raffy, and as far as the ramp goes, I might take second. But don't tell Scott that. Best trick landed and when? When I was like 16 or 17, I guess I landed like wake to wake nines, like back to back, heel and toe, and I thought that was a pretty big deal when, you know, that was like 10 years ago. So it's kind of the time that Danny Harf was doing all that stuff, because I used to watch videos of Danny Harf, and I was really, still am in love with Danny Harf, the coolest dude ever, best wakeboarder on the planet. And I used to just watch his video parts and go out there and be like, all right, well, that's the bar. Danny set the bar. Everything else is second, so you better try to be doing what Danny's doing, or go home or do something else. Is Florida a buzz now? You have LeBron. Magic who? Magic, the Orlando Magic, fool. And I'm kind of a Magic fan because I work at the Magic Arena, so I don't really care about Miami, other than they're going to be super stacked. Um, what is the best way to contact you in the event we want to have some lessons and we are wakeboarding? Well, church, you can contact me on Facebook, or my telephone number is 850-543-7833, and I also have an email address that is pretty convenient. It is gardnerross@gmail.com. Yeah, Will Christensen is really hot. I don't know. I think that might change my mind on that one. Are all of the Byerly riders skaters as well as boarders? You know, Rathy is super sick on a wake skate. You know, there for a while he was doing what I was doing, kind of trading off. And, you know, he's just such a talented skateboarder that it comes easy for him. But, you know, ever since he started wakeboarding more full time, I mean, his wakeboarding has just gone absolutely nuts. And, you know, he just is insanely good, man. So, I mean, I feel like he made the transition to focus more on wakeboarding, and I think it really paid off for him. He's a world champ last year, won best trick, you know, backside wrap 1080. Like, who thought that was going to happen? Not me, not this guy. So, and, you know, so that's awesome. More power to you, Rathy. I'm glad to be on your team. Do I have a girlfriend? No, I'm auditioning right now. Come to the bar, check it out, fill out some papers. Do you like boards with flex? I knew you like a snowboard fins. Right? Hold on. Yeah, actually, like Rathy's board has some flex to it. It's really strong, and it's got more flex in our line of boards than any other board. And I have to say, it is really responsive, and it makes for soft landings. And I definitely think it's the wave of the future. So yeah, I like a board with flex to it. No, Rathy's board is not heavy, and everyone, the bar is called the Other Bar on Wall Street, downtown Orlando. So if you're ever there, come ask for me. Tell them I sent you. That might get you free something. Who knows? Are there any more questions? This is a sweet, one-of-a-kind Byerly wakeboard though behind me. I got it in Seattle when I was there at the factory. So stoked to have that thing. You challenged me to ping pong? Put your money where your mouth is, Stover. Let's do this. I hear Andrew Atkinson's phenomenal, like most everything he does, but you know, let's do it. Let's pong it up. My house, your house, whatever. Let's do it. I don't care. Let's see what you got. I don't think I can take Andrew out. My only claim to fame, as far as ping pong and rivalries, is I beat Brian Soderlin. Oh, God, I wish he was on here right now to hear this. But I beat him at Scott's old house, and he's a phenomenal ping pong player as well as tennis player. And back in the day, Bear beat my ass so hard in tennis. He's like 2 years older than me, and We kind of grew up in the same area, and I mean, he crushed me tennis, and so I'm glad I kind of got him back in the game of pong. I'm like 1 for 100 on him though, so. Oh yeah, we did meet in Memphis. I probably did beat you 10 times in a row. I'm sorry about that. I don't like to lose. I don't. I'm sorry. Should let you maybe win one. Which wakeboarder is the best overall athlete? Which well man, Rathy is really strong. You know, he seems really strong and well rounded. And actually, you should see Danny Hampson these days. He has been working out all year, and the dude's a complete beefcake, man. I would not want to see him in a dark alley at all. Yeah, I snowboarded a couple times, man. I'm good buddies with the people at Marine Products up in Utah, and I've only gone a couple times, but it is really fun, man. I would love to get a little more into it. Maybe next season, go out there for like a week and get to know the mountain a little better, if you know what I mean. Any trips coming up? Is I think the only one I got right now is the team trip to North Carolina, and then I'm actually gonna join forces. I think soon with the dudes at Step Up Productions. People I work for at the bar also own Step Up Productions, and they're going to be doing a lot of traveling, going to like Supercross stops this year, and I've talked to Ryan a little bit about going on the bus with him and helping set up and hit the rails and break down and kind of do that on the side of everything else, and because I love the road. I love where it takes you. You never really know what you're going to get, and I like that. Is Rathy on the juice? I don't think so. Yeah, and Danny's little brother is the toughest kid I've ever met in my life, yes. He is abnormally strong and probably the best overall athlete I've ever witnessed with my own eyes. I said that I ride for Marine Products up in Utah, and I've been there a few times, and Randy and Jeremy always take care of me when I'm up there, so can't say enough about those dudes. They're super rad. I love them. They've always looked out for me, and got nothing but love for those dudes. Who would win in a fight, Rathy or Hampson's younger brother? I think Danny with Mikey could maybe take Rathy, but neither of them one-on-one, maybe. What do I think about the cable? I think the cable is a great training tool, and like I used to be obsessed with the cable about a year or two ago. I'd spend all day up there every day, and as far as getting conditioned to riding, I mean that if you ride that cable every day, you'll just get strong and consistent, and it's just a really good place to get familiar with rails and comfortable on your board so quick. I mean, you fall, you get right back on it. Like you don't have to wait for someone to pull you. You just go up there and do your own thing. It is an awesome thing. Oh, Ben Horan's setup is sick, man. He's got it. He's pretty much got the life. His house is sick, and that pool gap's off the chain. Um, do you feel that Orlando is the mecca of wakeboarding? Yes, I do feel like it is the mecca. Um, it is a good place to come get tossed to the wolves of wakeboarding, and it's your definitely your best chance to make it out here. There's just a lot of opportunities, different lakes, different crews of riders to ride with, and you know, just friend someone pretty good like I happen to do, and sky's the limit. Have I seen Nick Taylor's houseboat? No, but Scott came back from a trip out there, like this O'Neill trip, and I mean, he was ranting and raving about it. Said it was like the coolest thing ever, and that's really rad, Nick. I've always loved you, little brother, and I'm really happy that you did that. That's totally bad. Do I think cable parks are going to be the wave of the future. Yes, because I mean, think about what skate parks do for communities. You know, like lots of kids want to skate, and if you build it, they will come. I feel like I feel like that's the same thing as far as wakeboarding and wake skating go. Like if people have the proper facilities, then everyone it'll all fall into place. Like the water's warm. We don't really have a winter. I mean, who doesn't like to get in the water and ride? And if you had a super rad place to do it all the time, and I mean, it's only gonna happen. How is it watching Barley ride the wakeboard? First time in a long time, A. Yes, actually, I was out there with Kevin Michaels from Wakeboarding Magazine and Matt Malloy. I've been trying to get Scott to ride a wakeboard for I don't know how many years, and it was crazy. Like Mitch Langfield, one of our newer riders, he was doing a lot of these rap tricks and stuff, and Scott was like, or Mitch asked Scott, he's like, hey, he's like, why don't you get out there and wakeboard, Scott? Hey, look at me, I'm Australian. And Scott's like, all right, whatever, give me that thing. And I was like, yeah, you're not gonna ride it, whatever. And he strapped in and went out there and just looks like he picked up right where he left off. He did like the dirtiest toe front flip to like, just super steezy everything, man. It was retarded. I had like an out of body experience actually. It was awesome. Greatest rapper alive, I think maybe Little Weezy already is a self-proclaimed greatest rapper alive, maybe. How does Nick Taylor get so much money? Well, besides being incredibly good looking and an incredible athlete, I think that pretty much sums it up. And riding for Nike doesn't help or doesn't hurt. Have I always lived in Florida? Yep, I'm a Florida, born and raised. And what is Kevco like? He is a super rad dude. Like, kind of quiet. Just super nice guy, man. Like, I've known Kevco for years, and he comes downtown a little bit. Him and Aaron Caton a lot, and I see them. I'll always give Kevco a Coors Light so his hand isn't lonely. And he's just a cool guy, man. He's just got a good head on his shoulders. Writes really good articles, and very positive dude for sure. Is it true that the Australian riders can down the most alcohol? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say no comment because I'm pretty good at that too. But I'm not Australian. But any riders you think will be killing it in the future? Um, well, I kind of think like Harley Clifford pretty much set the bar for all the riders to come these days. I mean, the kid is winning every Pro Tour stop and doing I don't even know what he's doing, like most ridiculous tricks of all time, and I feel like kids are gonna like look to him like people look to Danny Harf. Like when I was growing up, me and Danny are the same age, but I mean Danny, just kind of set the bar. He was like in a league of his own there for a while, like just doing a bunch of crazy spins and just reinventing the sport, and he still is today. But I feel like Harley Clifford and dudes like Jimmy LaRich and dudes that just go out there and just kill it are gonna be here to stay for sure. Is there anything that you don't particularly care for in the wakeboarding world? Man, not really. Man, most everyone I met are just solid dudes. Like just really nice guys. Like get along with everybody, and I don't really think there's too much bad in the sport as long as everyone can get along and you know stoke each other out. That's what it's all about. Have you ever heard of Dirt Nasty? Yeah, Preacher, you're like 3 or 4 years behind on that one, but thanks for the heads up. What do I do when you're not wakeboarding? I skateboard and I swim on the lake. I play some acoustic guitar. I'm trying to become famous doing that somehow. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but keeping my fingers crossed. Um, what else? I ride my motorcycle. I just got a motorcycle I bought from Scott's neighbor, and that really eats up a lot of my spare time. I really like it. I don't know, man. Rathy versus Harley. I'm gonna have to say Rathy. He's my boy. You know, Rathy's kind of a freak, man. If Rathy's, because Rathy has like a few different types of 1080s. You know, if he was riding as best he could, I don't think anyone could touch Rathy ever at all. So I'm gonna have to go with Rathy. Do you think there was too much emphasis on contest riding um, rather than just having fun free riding? Wendy, that's a good question. You know, wakeboarding is about really one thing, and it's about having fun. And you know, not that I don't like contests. I'm very competitive and an emotional person, and I do not like to lose. And like I start like, you know, if I don't do so good, I just you know I get bummed out. But so yeah, there's a lot of pressure on contest riding, but it is where the money's at. So if you're hungry enough and you're you know riding really consistently, then you know contests are really what you have to do in order to make the most cheese. But yeah, I wish you could just make money wakeboarding and shooting videos and you know just going meeting people selling wakeboards because it's really what it's all about. Just stoking someone else out on the thing that you love the most. I mean, that's giving back, and it's kind of what it's all about. Any near-death experiences on a wakeboard? Yeah, actually, I was wakeboarding at Scott's house a couple years ago, and I was trying like hillside 1080s or something, and I got my arm, the rope caught all the way around my arm, and I kept spinning, and it was like kind of around my head almost, and I ended up ripping my bicep really bad. And when I was in the air, I thought for sure I was dead. I thought the rope was around my neck, and you know, I bent the whole handle in half, and my bicep swelled up to be like about that big. It really sucked, and yeah, I thought I was dead, and I'm not. So thank you, Jesus. I owe you another one. Do I ever jam guitar with Ruck or Sean Murray? I don't, man. Kind of a loner right now. I'm definitely looking for people to jam with. You know, so I should probably hit them up soon. Mac or PC? Mac, Mac, all the way. I heard that Rathy has a tendency to be cocky and a snooty dude. Is this fact or fiction? I think Rathy's a pretty nice guy. As far you know, like he's always been nice to me. You know, I just feel like he has a lot on his mind all the time. He's always kind of thinking like the next thing. So like, you know, he's just kind of always trying to push it forward, not really focused on now because he's just such a motivated dude that he doesn't really have time for the present. He's just kind of thinking about the new biggest thing. So, no, I don't really think he's a cocky dude at all. Where would I like to see wakeboarding move towards? Well, actually, that's a good question. My friend Ryan Davis, my boss at the bar, he actually has some big ideas for incorporating like just, the System 2, the Sessi Tech, at all the Supercross events this year, and I've kind of seen some digital draw ups that my friend Joey Northup did, and it just looks like the sickest setup, like the most portable, raddest, like up to date rail jam device ever built. Like with a System 2 thing, you could hit that thing all day until your arms fell off, and it would be so rad. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, I was very lucky I didn't rip off my bicep because I need that thing. I think it's still kind of torn a bit. Um, what is my favorite boat show? Utah. Utah, for sure. It's where it's where all the dudes go, like Parks and Scott, and everyone just looks forward to Utah because we go up there for a week and we snowboard, and I mean, everyone's super nice up there. And booyah for Utah! So fun. If we hung out, I would call you the landscaper, not gardener. That could be a new nickname, man. I've been called G Money, Brother Ross. I'm not gonna tell you why that I was called that, but what do I do to just chill? I used to unwind, like I said, play guitar. I used to play with my puggle that my parents are actually babysitting right now. Her name is Riley. She's super badass, and just kick it with friends, man. Friends are important. They're like glue, so keep them around. Favorite food is chicken fish, Dad. You nailed it. If you guys have never tried chicken fish, you should definitely look into it. It's the best shit ever. So, who are my roommates nowadays? I'm actually rocking it solo right now. I'm just kind of living on my own for a little bit. I might be moving into a new house somewhere in a few months. So, my parents have owned this house I live in right now in Orlando for about 7 years, and they probably want to sell it, which I don't blame them, because I would want some money too for my house. And, I'm going to probably just move and end up hopefully living with someone awesome. Is there a Byerly team video in the future? I know we've been shooting some stuff with Brandon Parker, who, worked with Joey on the volume videos, and probably a lot of footage that he's got compiled. So I'm thinking maybe in 6 months we should have something kind of figured out. So keep on the lookout for that. What do my parents do for a living? Well, they kick ass at life. That's what they do. My mom is a cute little kindergarten teacher, and my dad, builds schools and stuff for the county where they live in back home. And I have a sweet ass sister that lives back home near them, and she manages these hotels and stuff, and everyone's pretty awesome. I have a really great family, really good support system. Just figured out who you remind me of. Who is Wolverine's brother? Wolverine had a brother? That's awesome. I didn't know that. Who are my favorite Wake filmographers? I have to give a shout out to Ron Sideglands. I have to say, I really used to know. This is an old school name. This kind of dates me, but Artie Krimble. He made like Beg, Borrow, and Steal, and I think I don't know if he made Monkey on a String, but videos like that with like 16mm footage is just epic. I don't know. It's just sick. I didn't see the last X-Men, but that's awesome. I'm sure that dude kicks ass. And what else? What else? How many boards do I go through a year? Wakeboards, probably like 4 or 5, if I'm not just thrashing them. And probably go through about the same wake skates, 4 or 5. Our wake skates are built super sturdy, so they last a long, long time. So remember that next time you buy a wake product, that our products last a long, long time. And you can tell them I said that. Has anyone done attempted or landed a blind P5? Not that I know of. But that would be insane. I'm sure if Harley Clifford or someone or Rathy were online right now, they'd be like, oh yeah, I could probably do that, or I did it already. So tricks I'm working on right now. I'm wakeboarding. I know I can do the 1080, man. I've gotten close a couple years ago and just take some nasty falls on it. But I know I could do a 1080, and working on. I got like my Moby Dick 5s, got that, and I could P5s. I could probably work on soon. So is this Rockstar energy drink in this bottle right now? I'm gonna say yeah, but I'm thinking no. But whatever it is, it's delicious. Who's the next person to land at 12? Um, I'm gonna say that since Rathy can go ahead and do, since he can do backside 1080s. The only like, say the backside 1080 is a heel side trick, but if he did it switch toe side, it would pretty much be a 1260, and I know that he can get the same pop as he would, switch toe side as he could heel side. So I'll be pitching that to Rathy. I'm sure he'll be eating that one up. As a bartender, what is your favorite shot? Oh man, we invented a shot a couple weeks ago called the Mud Pony, and it's half of American honey and half Bailey's, and 100% delicious, which is really good. But there's this new kind of vodka that has been really popular at the bar lately. It's called Pinnacle Whipped Cream flavored vodka, and we've been making these they're called creamsicle shots, and they're absolutely delicious. They taste just like a creamsicle. It's like whipped cream vodka, a little bit of OJ, and a little bit of half and half, and it is delicious. Do I coach Rathy? No, it sounds like a pretty promising career I could probably get into. I should see if he wants to hire me for sure. Does Byerly push you to the next level? Absolutely, 100%. Like every time I'm riding with Scott, he's always thinking about the next thing, or he's always just like, "Hey man, why don't you? I know you could do this," or like, he's just very super supportive, and he's always just been someone I've looked up to and admired, and he's just always looking for the next thing, and he has a lot of confidence in his teammates and his friends, and he just really wants everyone to max out their potential, and that's something I've always really respected about Scott, and he doesn't care how long it takes you to, if you're working on something, he'll pull you all day, he just loves what he does, he's been doing it pretty much his whole life, and he's still just as stoked on it today as he was, I think, when he started however long ago, 20 years ago. Where are the best looking women in the world? I'm gonna not go with Orlando. No offense to Orlando women, but I'd have to say some exotic country where they breed supermodels. I assume wherever the Victoria's Secret models come from, just like outer space or something. Um, no, I'm not gonna be attending Brostock this year. I'd love to. I mean, I hear it's such a great time, but due to my work schedule and things of that nature, um, I will be watching it from the sidelines. What vehicle do you recommend to tow a boat? Well, I towed, when me and Scott were on the road last year, we had this sweet ass RV, and believe it or not, that thing was really good to launch a boat with. I mean, took some balls and some brawn, but if you could back in the boat in a tight spot with the RV, you're a totally bad dude. So I feel like it's got the torque to do it. How many weeks of the year are you typically on the road? Since we didn't do a Byerly tour this year, like I'm not on the road as much. But last year I was on the road. The last 2 years actually, I was on the road with Scott from the beginning of May through August, so a full 3 months. For 2 years. So we traveled. The first year we went all the way up the East Coast and through Texas and the West Coast, and last year we did the East Coast and most of the Midwest, and kind of hit spots we didn't hit the first year, and just tried to bring the tour to everyone in America, man. We wanted everyone to try a Byerly board out, get a Byerly board under their feet, put it to the test, and really promote our products because we believe in them. Scott designs them, we all design them, and we just figure, hey. And the cool thing about our bus tours were that we It was a free demo and it was a free pull. So anyone who came out to to the lakes where we were at, we'd pull them for free, set them up aboard, the right size, the right bindings, and pull them as long as we wanted, and just got to hang out and meet Scott, and I feel like we met a lot of people, and hopefully stoked out a lot of people on the road. Man, I had a great time, and I can't wait to do it again. If we can do that, I would love to. Does it take a toll on your personal life? What does toll mean? Maybe toll? Toll, maybe? Traveling, does it take a toll on your personal life? I would say not really, because at the moment I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't really have anything holding me back. I graduated college about a year and a half ago, so I would say it's actually the opposite of taking a toll on my personal life. I would say it enhanced my personal life because I've been to a lot of different places, met a lot of different people, and if it wouldn't have been for wakeboarding and Scott, I couldn't have done any of those things. Like for example, I'm deathly afraid of heights. Like I don't even like standing on bridges and stuff. But somehow, Scott was like, "Hey, we're going bungee jumping." And I'm like, "All right, let's go." And that's just something I never thought I would do ever in a million years. Like Scott had some friends over in out west, the Vertigo bungee guys, and you know, I felt pretty safe. I guess as safe as you can feel jumping off a 400-foot bridge at night. So I trusted those dudes with my life, and I'm so stoked that I did because, being on the road and doing the adventure is kind of like what life's about, and I owe Scott and Ken a lot for those adventures and experiences because I feel like it's really rounded me out. That method glide that used to be on your Facebook profile is insane. Thanks, man. That's why I gotta go back to those straps. Like wake skating's so fun, and you know, I love it. I just love it. Why no Biley tour this year? I don't know. I think we're just switching gears. Just focusing on. They're doing a lot of international stuff, and we're probably gonna take an international trip soon. So we're gonna kind of like save our budget for going overseas with the team soon. So trying to expand our market and margins. Do we sell a lot of boards out of these events? See, we didn't really sell them on site. We tried to every board that we had people ride. We gave the shop that we went there to visit the option of selling it through the shop, so the shop gets their cut. So we didn't want to cut anyone out of the deal by selling just direct. But I think next trip we go on, we're gonna figure out something where we have boards from the shop that we'll bring to on site to buy there, so it'll just make it easy. What was the first invert you ever landed? It was a heelside tantrum, man. I tried the back roll forever and it never really worked out. And one day I just learned the tantrum, and that's all I used to pray about. I used to pray. I was like, man, I just want to go upside down. I want to go upside down. I want to go upside down. So, paid off. Ever gonna put your degree to use? Who's LB? Do you have a job for me? Cause that'd be awesome. I didn't go to college for nothing, so I hope so. What degree did I get? It was in marketing from the University of Central Florida. I made it. Parents, I made it. Thanks for never giving up. Yeah, it was fun, man. School was fun. I'm glad I did it. Time to market yourself. Nice one, Dad. Working on it. That's why I'm on the internet right now. Alley Sports? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Cam, you should type in a website or something for. Let me know. Who do I hang out with most from the wake industry? Um, I would say my friend Danny Hampson and Scott, Stuart Shin. You know, he's killing it, and just those guys, super cool dudes. Computer's getting hot on my lap. Got a friends section washed up before has-beens. Yeah, hopefully I will make an appearance in that. I mean, Danny's always trying to get me to come out and ride with him, so I definitely want to have a couple of cameos in that for sure, man. Why did we get some weird color? Here we go. Are you gonna do another one of those shows? Hopefully in the future for sure. Yeah, man, I'm glad this is my first Stoke meter, and Maurice has been trying to get me to do it, and for a while, and it's always been like at a bad time. Either I'm working or on the road or something. But Maurice, this has been a lot of fun, man. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for logging in, and hope you guys got to know me a little better, and a little taste of the day in the life. So thanks a lot, man. For sure. You know, thank you guys for logging in. Hit me up on Facebook sometimes if you guys have any other questions, or just let me know. Maurice, thanks again, man. Love you too, Dad. Coming home. You guys have a great night, man. Peace.